I'm doing an e-cigarette.
I drank on Friday.
You're drinking a beer. I'm doing an e-cigarette. You're drinking an energy drink. You're doing
whippets.
that thing. So we're all old men. We're all doing substances.
Yeah.
You said you're bored, so you want to do it. I feel like I have a hole that I'm trying to fill. You know, there's always has to be something.
Sex is the biggest.
It's a vice.
Vices.
Some vice.
Welcome to the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
We might never change the world, at least we've had our say.
Real talk about movies, music, politics, race, and religion.
Growing up, not growing old, the feeling is still the same.
Live from New York. It's the Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah. What?
You know that picture you sent, that video of the liquors, of the fucking 90s, 80s liquors?
Yeah.
What is it, 90s kids? What was it?
It said 90s kids.
The fuck is that?
I don't know.
But yo, most of those things sucked. Cisco sucked.
Gross.
Mad
Yeah.
Dog sucked.
Gross.
Yes.
Mad Dog. Oh, what was Mad Dog? Mad Dog was a liqueur?
It was
MD.
Mad Dog was like the Cisco, like the fruit juices.
Why don't I remember? Were we drinking
It
Mad
was
Dog?
MD 2020.
We were talking about him then.
I know we had Cisco. There was like 4 flavors.
When
Well,
we went to Amityville for shit, they had it.
When we were going to Amityville,
That bodega.
Yeah.
I think we were getting a special brew. St. Ides
Special
special
brew.
brew. Crooked Eyes. Wait, they're all Crooked Eyes. But special brew we used to get. They were like fruit punch.
What's the one that tastes like mouthwash? Billy D. Williams drank it.
Oh, Colt 45.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was my. After a while, that was my.
Remember
favorite.
that one? It was like a mint. It was like a mint.
Did it have mint to it? Had menthol?
Colt
Yeah, it was like a
45 was
mint-
good, man.
Wait, can you imagine those dudes who invented that? Like, yo, they love the fucking. They love this. They love the menthol cigarettes. Let's make the 40s.
But that
Oh, man.
that fucking clip, that post, whatever it was, got me thinking. I'm pretty sure you were with me. We went to fucking Wine Dance to buy Cisco, and the cops pulled me. They didn't pull us over. We were in the place. The car was outside. My 85 Monte Carlo was outside. The cops ripped my fucking car apart looking for crack.
I wasn't there, but I remember the story.
They thought we were up there, fucking white boys in a black neighborhood, going up there to fucking buy crack.
I remember you got pulled over. Actually, you know what? You got pulled over on the bridge on 109. You remember that?
I got pulled over so many fucking
a lot
times.
of times.
What happened in that situation?
You know what? You probably deserved whatever happened because when the cop came to the car, you were like, "Excuse me, why are you pulling me over?"
That's very polite. Watch the bang.
Why? It's
Yeah.
making a lot of noise.
Do you want the headphones so you can hear it?
No, I'm good.
It's like Godzilla.
Yo, bro, I'm bringing
I'll just be
coasters. I'm
more-
bringing coasters next time I come over.
No, when I get up to get another beer, I'll get a paper towel, like a buffer.
I have coasters for you. I can't
Isn't
wait to
that the
bring them.
nice way to be to an officer? Why are you pulling me over, sir?
I think so, but you will. You know what? You sound like the Black Key people.
Dude,
who
you
say
come off hot, bro, all the time.
Wait, tell Billy the story.
You come off, you just you be like, hey, yo, how you doing? Like, okay.
You know how many times I got?
I think I made him mad.
know
Nah,
how-
he's just like that.
You know how many times I almost got in fights because someone thought I was like being aggressive to them, and I'm just
Right, you're just like, hey, what's up?
I was just being me. Just don't forget to get on the mic there, Bill.
Oh yeah.
And I was just being me. And I keep banging the fucking table myself. But tell him, if you remember the story, I got pulled over going upstate with your brother in the
Ooh.
car.
Okay, I wasn't in the car with him. I drove by myself.
Uh huh.
All right. And there's a whole nother story of why we went there. But
We told that story too, I think.
we haven't told it recently.
It's been like 10 years.
So,
Well, tell it again.
all right, so I was dating a girl, all right, and my cousin Danny was dating a girl, and they were all friends. My cousin Danny somehow got incorporated with his girlfriend's friends' boyfriends, and they got a ski house in Hunter Mountain. So I get invited. I invite him. He invites my brother. So already there's 3 people that shouldn't be there.
Right.
All right. Not only that, but they tore up this house really. They brought quads with them. They ripped up the grass underneath the snow. It
Not
was
me and Chris.
Billy G, Rocket, and whoever else went. But I roll up. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And then he rolls up. And he goes, yo, I just got pulled over like 5 seconds ago. I'm like, oh, what's going on? He's drunk.
Yeah.
Mike used to drink
Yeah.
always.
We
And my
drank-
brother drinks just like, they probably just drank the whole way.
We did.
Right,
We
yeah.
drank the whole way up.
So he gets pulled over. I'm like, are you all right? You know, it's good. Obviously, you're not in jail. He goes, no, everything's fine. Like, he says it's so cool. He's like, no, everything's fine. I'm like, well, what happened? He goes, well, I had the 12-pack. Was it a case or a 12-pack?
No, it was
Bud
a
cans.
I think it was a case of cans. Yeah, Bud cans.
They had it in between them. He has a bench seat, a Monte Carlo, 83 Monte Carlo, so a bench seat. And they just had the beer there. Probably just drinking cans and throwing them out the window. We're in Hunter Mountain,
Yeah.
far from home. 4 hours, probably 3 hours. And he gets out, and Mike just, I don't know, he's like slick like a black guy. He probably got out of the car, and they probably like, oh, what's going on? They pull him out of the car, and he goes, have you been drinking? And he goes, nah. Fucking case of beer on the front.
Yeah.
Nah. Look at my brother. My brother's probably, he's high as fuck. He's been drinking. Just looking at him, you know he's drunk.
Yeah.
And he goes, can you do the alphabet for me? He goes, you want it forwards or backwards? Like aggressively.
Yo,
Yeah, you showed up to the place, though.
listen. Sometimes you got to call their bluff.
He was like, you want it forwards or backwards? And he says it like, like with that accent, heavy. You want it forwards or backwards? And the guy's like, all right, I guess you guys are good to go.
Yeah, be careful out there, guys. Yo, for real.
That's so cool.
Here's the fucked up thing, and this is not just this situation. There's a lot of situations where I hear stories about myself, and I don't remember the story. Like that alphabet thing, I don't
Yeah,
remember
you don't
doing
remember that.
I don't remember saying that. But Chris was there, and he said I said it, so I guess it happened.
Yo, Chris has a good memory.
Excuse me.
Mike's a character. He's got even when we were 13 years old, I remember hanging out at 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
by Straight Path. Mike would have dark sunglasses on at night,
Yeah.
flannel, not all the way buttoned, khaki pants.
Yeah.
He was Ice Cube
Wow.
in
Yup.
1992.
Yup.
I was more like a Cheech. I was like a combo.
Oh, man.
Like fucking West Coast gangster / Mexican guy.
But there was nobody in my world, in living world, that dressed like that.
No.
No one.
Not at all.
No one.
Mike was the most mysterious fucking guy.
I always did that too. Like when
Yeah.
we used to go to the Roxy every Sunday for hardcore matinees, I would wear button-down shirts and khakis.
Dressing like suicidal and shit.
And I had fucking... Actually, no, I was more like preppy-ish look, and I had my hair slicked back.
Did you wear a bandana?
No, I wore
Nobody
like...
really wore a bandana.
Nah, only to work when I was like sweating and shit. But Ray used to call me the preppy mosher. Because I had the button-down shirt, the khakis, but then I had combat boots and slick back hair. So that was like one of the things. But that's also one of the things why we always stuck together for so long, because we're all characters, bro.
Yeah.
We're all our own individual people.
Yeah.
We're not the type of crew that fucking, is going to go out wearing the same fucking shit
Yeah.
or into the same
Yeah.
shit. We can go in
Yeah.
each of our cars right now and have different music playing. Right now I
Yeah.
have the Doobie Brothers in my car. What's in your car right now, Jay?
I don't even know. Oh, I know. I was listening to Big Pun.
Right.
I'll
And
tell you, because I could just look at what I had on. I had something on. It was called...
so that's like kind of one of the things.
It was called
Destruction.
Destruction.
Classic.
That's where we ended. That's where I...
But that's the thing, though. That's actually one of the reasons why I started this podcast in 2013, because we were all hanging out in the car. It was me, Jay, and a whole bunch of people packed in Candace's car, coming home from the bar.
Wow.
She was driving us. There was like 6 of us packed in a car. And I pressed record on my phone and recorded the conversation going
Is that
home.
how you started?
That's how I started it. I was like, yo, this shit was fucking funny. I bet you someone out there would, like, appreciate this.
I'd like to hear
Yeah.
that.
I wish I fucking could find that shit, man. That shit's long gone.
I was doing a lot of driving to Connecticut for a while, and I was hitting the old episodes that you had on. What was it, Apple? It was on Apple.
Apple Podcast.
Yeah, it was when it was on. Yeah, you gotta go through Apple for that. Yo, it filled up a lot of time in my fucking car, man. Driving,
Podcasts are great for that.
I would just listen, and it'd be like, yo, it was like I was hanging out with you,
And the second thing,
but I wasn't.
the second thing that got me into it was, you remember Ralph?
Yeah.
Ralph Cherubino.
Ralph Cherubino. He was telling me a story of. He was telling me a story of when he went to the whorehouse, the massage parlor. And he was just telling the story, and I kept like injecting myself into the story, just making shit up. Like he'd be like, yeah, but I was on my stomach, and she started rubbing her hands down my ass. I was like, did she do the brush by? He was like, "What's the brush by?"
You know the brush by.
You know, she brushed by your balls. He was like, "Oh, I love the brush by." And then those 2 recordings, he defied me to not release that, and I never did. But those are the 2 things that made me start this shit because of our characters. You know what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't wait to get you on.
Yeah.
You know, the only person in our crew I didn't get on was Jeremy, and that's because he fucking flipped out and became a weirdo.
Yo, man, Jeremy is a cool dude. I wish I could hear from him.
He's not that cool. He
Yeah, he's probably not. But I'm saying, I do wish I could hear from him one way or the other.
He accused me of being involved with Jay and Chris and stealing his bike from 20 years ago.
Steal the bike, right.
30 years ago.
Yeah. He's mental. He's mental, dude.
He really is a little mental.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a little mental. I
Yeah.
think you are.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are. They just don't let it out. They just don't let it out.
Also, our age, our generation, we don't go to therapy. I'm in therapy now.
Well, come on, I went to therapy.
Me too.
I made the most of it.
Well, how old are you though?
No, now I'm saying.
I was 38, 39.
Right, and how old are you when you started?
Well, when I was younger, my mom tried to get me to go to therapy, and I was like 10. And I remember we were supposed to go into therapy, and we were like, I'm like, I'm not going in. I thought it was, I was scared. So I was sitting on a swinging, and she's like, it's time to go in. And then she came over, and I'd run away. And then she'd catch me over there, and then I'd run away again. So I just blew that whole fucking
whole
session.
hour was gone.
Yeah, I just wasted everybody's money.
That's why you needed therapy.
Yeah.
But I started going again. I used to go, and then I had to stop. But I started going again, and I wanted to get a diagnosis of all the things that I thought I had.
Okay.
Self-diagnosing all
Yeah.
these years. I was like, I need a professional to give me the questions and tell me what the fuck I got. So it's like I've always known I've had depression.
So they told you have depression.
Depression, ADHD, anxiety, all the things I thought I have.
Yeah.
But I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
Like we just keep going. We just keep going and going and
Yeah.
going no matter what. I did get some medicine that's going to help me a little bit because I do have problems like starting tasks and shit.
Yeah.
Like the pennies thing or the fucking... There's another thing that I have. Oh, the poster thing. It took me forever to get going with the posters.
I told you about those posters, huh?
Yeah.
I knew there was gold in there.
It's more like copper. No one's even touching
Whatever,
it.
though. It's still cool.
No one's
I
touching
think
it.
it says more like copper.
I want to keep touching on this whole depression thing, though.
Yeah.
Because I have mixed feelings.
Go ahead.
Okay, first things first, looking in from the outside. Someone can say, oh, someone from another country, fucking Somalia, all right, that has nothing. They look in, they sit with us, and they go, what are you depressed for?
Why
What's the
are
matter with you? You have the food, you have the...
Why
Look
are you
at
gay?
me. Why? Look at me. I have nothing. I
Right.
am happy.
Is he Jewish? Oh,
I am mixing it up, man.
Sounds like Middle Eastern or something.
Yeah. So you look at it like that,
Yeah.
and then like the deeper you go.
That's an incorrect thing, though. What he's saying.
Why? Because I said it with a different accent.
No, because it's not a choice.
All right, but now I want to go deeper than that because I think everybody suffers from this,
Yeah.
in some way, right? In some way. And you could either, I don't know, for my own personal thing, if I sit and I dwell about all my bad shit that goes on, I can fucking neg myself out and be depressed and live in it. Or I could fucking tuck it down like a fucking, like your dad would do, tuck it down, push it and push it and push it and not deal with it until one day it comes out and you fucking cry over a fucking spilled milk or something.
Or you kill your girlfriend.
Or you kill your girlfriend. But I really think there's a fine line. You could either live in it or you could put it somewhere else and deal with it later. And I don't mean like, oh, like fucking, you're going to have to deal with it sometime. No, I mean just when you're ready for like
When the
maybe a
time's
therapy
right.
session or something,
Yeah.
then you can pull it out. But if you live in it, like we got a friend, I don't want to mention his name.
Yeah, I know.
So he can't even fucking come out because I'm like, yo, come on out. He's like, it's really hard for me to get out because I gotta, whatever. And there's really no reason, but he just fucking can't do it.
Yeah, that's also sounds like an ADHD thing as well, not being able to start the task. But the depression thing, you're pretty much on point with that. Like the depression thing, it's a chemical imbalance in your brain. So if you get it, you can't help it. The thing is, it's the people who use it as an excuse to not do other shit.
Right.
Is the people who I think you're talking about who like I was diagnosed with this thing, so I can't do this because of that. Meanwhile, if they never get diagnosed, they wouldn't even fucking matter.
Right.
So there's the people who make a choice out of it. But meanwhile, it's not a choice. It's a chemical imbalance in your fucking brain. You know what I'm saying? So, the guy who's like, what do you got there? Has he thought?
Why are you depressed?
Yeah,
Why are you depressed?
That's more like African, actually, I think.
It's like,
No, Somali.
what is that?
Somali.
Did you say Somali?
That's a solid Somali accent I got there.
He's Mogadishu.
So I think it's our generational thing, at least for me. Like, I don't dwell on ADD. I don't dwell on fucking depression. I don't dwell on any of that shit. Because when I was younger, they would say, oh, he's a hyper, or he's this, he's that. And sure, I know. Trust me, I've been told by people that don't know me, they're like, oh, you're a heavy ADD guy, huh? I'm like, what are you talking about?
People have told you that?
Yeah. One that really didn't know me, I started working with
Yeah.
him for a couple of days, and he's like, dude, you really fucking got it. I'm like, no, I don't.
Really?
I'm not going to admit that shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, but I think a lot of our generation, we had to hide it. Not hide it, but it wasn't a thing. It wasn't
Exactly.
like,
I never heard of anyone being depressed until
dude,
fucking Nirvana.
It's also because
That's the only time I
the younger generations are getting diagnosed earlier. So I think it's easier for them to fucking dwell in it, like you said. It's easier for them to make the choice.
because they're like, oh, I have this.
So this must be affecting
Right.
me in this way.
Yeah.
Where us is like, we had this, but we have to keep going.
You have to like really put your tough guy face on and keep living.
Right.
the anxiety thing, the fucking anxiety thing.
dude.
That I have a hard time with that because I do understand people get it and it could have a physical thing to you, But if that's like your whole life and you can't figure out how to deal with that, it shouldn't be an excuse to not go out and live your life.
Yeah.
Like because you're so nervous because like I'm just so scared of like I don't know. Like I just
Yeah, that's
I'm a pretty nervous person, to be honest. But you got to realize, like, fuck, you better do something because you're going to be dead anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
it's a tough one. I didn't even know I had I didn't know what the fuck anxiety was until one day, one day, fucking Lauren. I woke up and I felt like if I went back to sleep, I would die. So
That's what you said?
that's how I felt. What mic am I? I can't hear.
you're not this
My
Mike.
red one.
Yeah. So yeah, I felt like I woke up from a dream, and then I felt like if I went back to sleep, I would die. Then I felt like
Really?
I was super aware of my head, and I wanted to put a drill bit into my fucking temple.
What?
Like
What the fuck does that mean?
I never felt like that.
You never felt like if you go into a hole in your head, you'll die. Anyway, that's the anxiety I have
If
Yeah.
you go into a hole,
in your head.
Like a thought hole?
Yeah, or like just a deep. It's not even a thought. It's sometimes it is a thought hole. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
all
think
it
you're
is.
saying.
that's all it is. It's
Yeah.
it's just your thoughts.
Yeah. So it's a feeling of doom, right? It's just impending doom, right? And that feeling of impending doom makes me want to hit myself with the head with a hammer.
Wow.
It's fucking crazy.
What is that going to solve? Like, I know the impulse.
It'll make it stop. Oh. So I didn't know what the fuck it was, and then she told me it's anxiety, and then I went to the doctor. He was like, "Yeah, that's anxiety." So everyone has it different ways. I was talking to my man Stan on my podcast. He has it. His heart goes crazy.
That's what I hear people like. My
Yeah.
heart, I have anxiety.
Yeah. See, I always had the heart thing, but I thought it was just I have to relax.
Yeah.
You know what my wife tells me about if you have anxiety, like people living with anxiety, they should run.
I think exercise is good for all that shit.
Run.
Especially
But running,
addiction.
Yeah.
running kind of, I don't know, I guess it just physically.
Fight or flight response. You're working it out.
Not at the moment, like, oh, I feel
Right.
fucking anxious, I'm going to go run. No, but actual, like, running.
Right.
Like
Those
run
chemicals
before
that are
work.
floating in your body from being freaked out and nervous,
Eat the mic.
Like,
they get better when you fucking run.
Yo, I'm such an addict, bro. I want runner's high. I looked it up. Fucking, I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Like I want something because I'm bored. I got no drugs or anything anymore. I don't really do too much. So I'm like, fucking runners. I want to feel what runner's high is.
It takes a while.
I looked it up. It
Run for like a
it
half
could
hour
take
at
up to a half hour
Yeah.
to 1 hour, depending on your physical condition.
Right.
That's a lot of running.
I know I can't do 1 hour. I know I
You do
can't
a half hour.
I could probably jog for a half
Yeah,
hour. I
yeah,
can't run. I'd love to be able to get in that fucking
You
groove,
can jog,
bro,
it'll feel like running.
and be like fucking rah, rah. You
Yeah.
get what's the high like though? Is it like fucking euphoria? Like you just fucking blasted
I think
a
it's
line
like a
of blow,
relaxed
or
feeling. I'm guessing it's like a relaxed feeling.
I want it,
Opiate
man.
like is what I'm thinking.
And how long does the runner's high last?
run.
Is it?
So
These are. I swear to God,
not like
I
that.
fucking looked it up yesterday, and I was like
Yeah.
driving. I'm like, oh man, I
Yeah.
want that.
Can I tell you something that sounds fucking gay? I do that elliptical trainer
Mm-hmm.
machine sometimes, and it's kind of like running, but I don't really try real hard at it. I just do it for a long time. You know?
That's not gay.
It's like a jogging pace, but I'll do it for like 45 minutes or an hour.
To lose weight.
Yeah, just for like fat burning or whatever, or just because I just don't like to run, so I'd rather do that.
Is the runner high anything like, you know, when you like fucking, when you get kind of that that really feel good working out feeling? Is it like that, or like, because you know, so you work out, you feel good, and you like, it's not like a high though, but
When you do weights, I feel
Yeah.
pumped and strong.
that might just be the
I
blood rushing.
think that's
right?
different. Yeah,
yeah.
because the running thing, I just think you feel like relaxed.
Why do you guys think that at our advanced ages we still want to what's the word, Jay? Seek and change our atmosphere with drugs and alcohol or whatever.
Why do we want to change our atmosphere?
Like-
I think
like-
Why would
Why-
you never?
why
Why
do
would
we
you
s-
never want to stop changing your atmosphere?
no.
why do we still
for me,
wanna
it's
do
straight
drugs?
boredom. For me, it's straight boredom. Like I got a very mundane life lately, you know. So I come home from work, it's like the same routine, and then you go to bed, you get up, same routine, and it's like Monday through Friday, and you're like, oh, I can't wait for the weekend, and then it's like 9:30, and I'm like, I'm fucking watching TV. This is boring.
I can understand
Yeah,
that.
right. You
So-
need to break up the monotony of
I'm like,
it.
maybe if I fucking got into running, that'll fucking.
Yeah, I'll
You're
come
gonna
running
be
with you.
so you'd be too tired for that shit, bro.
I'm tired now, bro. I could barely.
So I was like-
As we're having this conversation, I'm like, man, I can go to the gym tomorrow morning before work.
you ain't going to the gym, bro.
Dude, I ain't doing it.
I'll meet you there if you do.
What are you fucking hitting?
Just a vape.
What kind of vape?
is that?
Weed vape?
It's menthol. It's a cigarette. You know, whatever the fuck they call it.
Fucking vaping?
What do they call it?
Gay?
Nicotine.
East-
Nicotine.
Is it nicotine?
E-cigarette. Yeah.
Oh.
I see.
Joint.
Again, like you can smoke that in here if you
No,
want.
but I'm trying not to smoke really because I've been coughing so much.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna stick to my weed cookie and my.
See again,
My
like
thing.
the cigarette thing. Like I don't want to smoke. It's like keeping me busy. It's like busy work.
Yo, don't do that anymore.
I like it.
Shit's dumb.
Don't do that anymore.
You do it
I
every
don't-
single day, multiple times a
Dude,
day.
this is like an occasional thing. You're fucking sucking on a chemical every day.
You do it all the time.
No, I do it only when I'm like drinking the beer or when I'm on the podcast.
Man, you puff
know-
that thing all day.
So it's
Yo,
pretty much once
I
a-
don't think nicotine's so bad.
It's not.
It's that's bad though.
It's pretty much every Sunday when I do the podcast.
Yeah. But I think cigarettes are definitely bad. They got like
I'm
millions
just
of chemicals
anti-vapor.
on them. Yeah, it's like anything you do too much is bad for you.
Dude, I haven't really drank.
I'm doing an e-cigarette.
I drank
You're
on
dr-
Friday,
You're,
too.
drink- you're drinking a beer. I'm doing an e-cigarette. You're drinking an energy drink.
I
You're
got
doing
whippets.
that thing. So we're all old men. We're all doing substances.
Yo,
Yeah,
this is a
you're
fucking dope fucking thing though, right?
Yeah.
Let's
Look
talk
how this
about
comes.
Let's talk about that.
Tell us about
Ask how much it is.
How much is it?
Wait. Don't tell us.
Wait, how much money or how much like
Yeah, money.
how much money is it?
That's gonna be
Well,
like.
I'll let you guess.
Wait. Let's ask questions first. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay. You got a question for him?
Okay. Question is, it is nitrous oxide like that you would get at a dentist.
Correct.
Can you refill it?
No.
You have to send. It's one shot deal.
Yes.
How long does that last?
You know what? I had another one this big one time. It lasted me like a month.
Yo, you've been hitting that like fucking 10 times since I've been here.
Yeah, like you know.
I'm gonna
Like
say
big boy hits too.
I'm gonna go $75.
I'm gonna say 100.
Price is right rules. Price is right rules.
Ooh.
Closest without going
Yo,
over.
Jack.
$100.
Yo, it was 95 bucks.
Wow, good.
I got a discount.
No, but you won. Closest without going over.
You said 90, right?
I said 100.
And how much?
Oh, close without going over. Yeah.
All right, so yo, I got some teeth removed when I had nitrous way back
that?
when, over the nose. And I was like going for it, heavy deep breaths. He's like, I'll come back in a couple minutes. I was in there like, yo, I got lightheaded just from not fucking breathing right.
Yeah.
And then the guy gets back, he goes, how do you feel? I'm like, I'm totally normal. I think I need more. He left the room, came back. I was like,
I realized that this shit was pretty good when I did a job at a dentist's office.
The voice. I love the voice.
Yeah, it does something to your voice.
Yeah.
I did a job at a dentist's office on Sunrise Highway in Lindenhurst next to King Cullen. You know where I'm talking about? The wisdom tooth?
Yeah, yeah.
Probably shouldn't have said that. No, it's not even there no more. That place, I did a plumbing job in there, piping those things out. When I was done working, the guy said to me, he said, what are you hitting that shit in the basement all day? And he was right. I was.
You were hitting the
Yeah, he had
nitrous?
he had the big tanks of it in the
Wow.
basement. Like he had like 7 tanks lined up, and they were all like
So
there was
you-
like 4 of them fucking twinned in. I was hitting the tanks that weren't fucking hooked up. He had like a valve on, like all day long.
yeah, but when I did it, I didn't feel any pain because it's for not feeling pain, right? Because
Correct.
I had a couple needles to numb it up, and I got teeth extracted, my wisdom teeth. And I got in my car. I wasn't really didn't think anything. Got in my car. I was in Mineola. Fucking put my car in drive, that big fucking Malibu I had. And I just fucking pulled out into the road. Cars were coming out. They were like, "Ah!" I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Say it.
Yo, I was so
It's nice.
high on the fucking nitrous.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I was. Why'd they let me leave?
You know what? It's nice.
I could have wrecked right there.
It doesn't
One
last
wrong
long.
move.
Doesn't last long.
They're like, "Do you have a ride?" I was like, "No, I got it." I'm like, "All right, see you later." I think they gave me like 4 Vicodin.
So tell me.
That's why you shouldn't have been driving, right?
No, but I was on the nitrous.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I was fucking huffing that shit like a
So
fucking.
tell us more about that thing there. What does it do for you?
You know what? Literally just what he said. Like I just fucking. It's like going to the dentist.
I don't know if it was a head high though.
Say something on the mic as soon as you're fucking done with that.
Something in the mic. It does do that to your voice.
You get really low.
Right in the throat. You actually feel it. It feels like it goes like this.
Blueberry lemonade, nitrous oxide. Yeah, if I wasn't drinking and everything else, I'd hit that.
Well,
I'd also want to be in a safe place.
you know what it does? It does nothing except
Here's the voice.
this. Yo, it makes you feel like you can't breathe for like 2 seconds.
It's great.
Yeah. And then it goes away and then you're fine. But
So you
This
got
is
your
like-
you got your energy drink, your whip it, your pot cookie, your joint.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead, do your thing.
This
Just
thing
making
will-
sure my chair stays where it goes.
But
this
no-
thing
no
won't last
alcohol.
Like a month though. No alcohol. I'm not doing alcohol.
How are you okay with not alcohol? Are you an alcoholic?
It's so funny. You know what?
Get on the
My
mic.
current, yeah, let me talk about that. Actually, you know what? Hold on.
I'm just gonna turn his
Hold
mic
on.
off until he
Actually,
comes back.
let me like this. Hold on. Let me crack my knuckles for that one. I actually like that question, and thank you for asking it. I think that I was an alcoholic.
Oh, so you're not one forever.
You know what? People say if you were once, like if you're ever an alcoholic, then you're always an alcoholic, and maybe that's true. You know, but I don't think that that's the case. In my case, because I was an alcoholic and I did drink every single day, and most of the time, and I think I fit the description of an alcoholic because there was a time when I did choose to stop drinking, and then I went through a physical withdrawal where I was like feeling sick,
shit, yeah.
and like so then I'd have to drink. So for a little while, for a short period of time, I would wake up and feel sick. Like
They say alcohol withdrawal is the worst.
I felt like I had the flu. I would wake up, I feel like I was puking, like I was going
Wait,
to
you
puke.
puked? You puked? Or you felt like you had puked?
I felt like I was going to puke.
That's bad. That's
I would
bad.
be really shaky and hot, and then it was like my thing was I would do like a little bit of vodka, throw it in like a Red Bull.
Just to get you through?
Yeah, and then I would put vodka inside of like energy drinks all day, every day. And I drank a lot of energy drinks, so I was drinking
Yeah.
a lot of vodka.
That's pretty bad, yeah. That's
And,
addict. That's addict behavior.
Yeah. And so when I didn't do that every morning, you didn't drink since you went to sleep till you wake up, I would feel sick when I woke up, and I have to get a little something in me. That I don't have to do that now. And when I did stop drinking, I didn't stop drinking even for that reason. I just stopped drinking because I was working out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know what? This doesn't kind of fit with working out.
So did you got through
Slushy.
You got through the withdrawals
Good.
by like having a little bit to get through, or like
No, I did that first, and then it wasn't working, and then and then I went to like a detox center. Actually, in what the fuck is that place out east? Mather Hospital. Yeah, Mather Hospital. And I went there for like 7 days, and they gave me a fucking ton of Xanax. And
That's the first thing they do, right?
Yeah, I got a ton of Xanax.
Yeah.
And
I heard about that.
I basically stayed in bed sleeping for like 3 days. And then I woke up. They started feeding me. I walked around. And then after that, I didn't drink for like a month or 2.
Yeah. Why are you not an alcoholic anymore?
But then I did drink after that. And I continued to drink for years after that. But because I went to that detox, it helped me understand like the mechanism, what that was happening, I guess. And why am I not? Because I don't even feel like I want to drink.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have any
So
interest in
you
it.
You don't subscribe to the it's a disease, and once you're an alcoholic, you
Maybe it is a disease that I had that part of the disease is now gone.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe it's just a something.
You know?
Because he's huffing on a
I'm
fucking...
doing whippets.
He's rolling around with a 2-foot whippet
Right.
bottle.
Yeah.
that thing is pretty sick. Bro.
You know? But I
He's
don't.
got a joint here.
Right.
So maybe it's just the disease. It really isn't a disease of alcohol. It's just
something within you.
Yo, that's what Jay
he
said.
wants to be a fucking... He's looking for something else. If it's not this, it's that. Me,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
know. I'm just throwing it out
Yeah.
in general.
That's why I have to work out so much, to be honest. Like, I have to hit the gym, like, every fucking day.
Some
And if I don't, when I do go, I'm there for fucking 4 hours.
some of these guys who like are really really fitness heavy, like John Joseph and Rick
Yeah.
and Rick Roll
Yeah.
and fucking, they're all addicts.
They're
And-
fucking nuts.
And the working out, the exercising, this is the shit that like it exercises their demons and shit.
Yeah.
I saw this one that show was John Joseph where he put this guy on a vegan thing and a workout routine. And the fucking guy was an addict, and he took to the fucking workout.
Yeah.
Like, he was crazy on it,
Right.
And so, like, yeah, so that makes sense. That you said when you go to work out, you work out for like 4 hours. Like Jay, you said you're bored, so you want to do it. I feel like I have a hole that I'm trying to fill. If it's not, I mean, I haven't drank in 11 years, but it's the vape, or it's fucking, maybe I get a little pill here and there, or if I don't get that, I'm eating fast food. I always have
Right.
to have
You get into a groove.
sex is a big
Yeah.
one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's
You
the
know,
best.
there's always has to be something.
Sex is the biggest.
It's a vice.
Vices,
Some vice.
but it's almost like I need something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
That's what I was
crazy,
saying.
bro.
Like, I feel like I need something. It's like I'm not really doing drugs. I'm not really drinking when I go home.
Yeah.
But I want to do something.
Yeah.
I could be that guy that fucking like, oh, I really worked on my house. I built the bathroom.
Yeah.
And this and that. And like, that's your fucking world. I
Some
don't
people,
want that.
some people get the working out from that too.
Yeah.
like doing that kind of shit. Like
Well, I do a physical job.
I would love to do that shit, but I can't get that first step. Once I get
Yeah.
that first step, then I can do anything.
Then you're in it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in it. Like, it's like when I got into like weapons, I got into guns. I was into guns for like a year.
Right. You were all about it.
Oh, yeah, that's
Remember
right.
that.
Now I
You were
remember.
all about it.
I was into this thing called Warhammer, where you fucking build these little characters and paint them. I did that for like a year, but then I just lose interest and I do something else.
But was it because you weren't drinking?
I think I was drinking back then. No, I wasn't. Actually, I wasn't drinking. No, I don't think it was. The drinking thing for me was nothing. The food thing is the
You
hardest.
know what? He quit cigarettes too. Like, I don't smoke
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like, really?
And that's I started.
Me too. You just quit anything you ever quit. You always just seem to have quit it.
It's the only thing that I can't quit is food.
Well, because
Well,
you got
when
to
you say
eat.
food, are you talking about fast food, unhealthy food, or
Yeah, like unhealthy food. And I was plant based for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I was
you
the
were.
best I ever felt.
Yeah.
it
You
was
were
the,
thin.
I was fucking fit. And then that was another thing. I did that for a year, and then I got the job at the MTA, which didn't help. But then, like, I've been trying to get back to that, with that first fucking step. So right now, look at my fridge is empty. So I eat on the run.
You just eat like fast food.
that's why you're eating
and
yucky.
store food.
I eat whatever's around. Doritos and soda.
I can help you, bro. I can help you.
But that's another thing, though.
Jay does have a solution for that.
There's another thing, though. I'm fucking broke. So,
I can help you with that too.
So my lunch is Doritos and Pepsi.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. You know, I tell even the kids at work. Everybody like spends money on the coffee truck
Yeah.
or whatever it is. It's anywhere from $10 to $15. $10 to $15. You could buy fucking 6 chicken thighs and marinate them in Italian dressing and hot sauce.
Right.
And if you just put them in the oven,
Yeah.
you just put them in. It's that easy. You just
Yeah.
put them in the oven. Oh, I don't want to clean up. Use fucking tinfoil underneath
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And you know what? You got 6 pieces of chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good for the week.
And that's just chicken. I didn't talk about like cutting one sweet potato into 6 pieces and putting that next to it. Like, wow, I just had a fucking
Right, now you get almost a whole complete meal.
A filling meal. Like
Right.
you eat a potato and that chicken, you're like fucking full.
Yeah.
Not like eating like Doritos and Chinese food.
That's another thing. When I was cooking, I loved fucking cooking, and I know I love cooking. And
Yeah.
I'm such a fucking OCD fucking freak. I have to do it to the number, so all my food comes out perfect. And now I can't take that one step to get going again.
Do you not do certain things because you know you're going to be so involved with it
No.
that you feel like it's going to be exhausting, so you avoid doing certain things?
No, I don't
No,
do
it's
that.
not that.
No. I did get. Oh, I got prescribed Trintellix.
What's that?
It's for
Sounds like something for Star Wars. and shit.
it's for major depression disorder, anxiety, and it's supposed to give me some energy. Because
What if I took one of those? What would happen?
I don't know. You gotta Google it.
I think it's got to build up in you.
Yeah, it's got to.
I got to build up.
After like 2 weeks.
What would happen if I took one?
After like 2 weeks, it'll work. But the thing is, like you know, they say that testosterone's supposed to give you energy, make you feel young. So just be careful with the bumping on the floor there. though.
sorry.
It's all right. The testosterone never gave me the energy. It never made me feel young. It never made me feel good, and that's because of the stupid depression, chemical imbalance in my brain. So this drug I'm taking now should give me some energy and get me to like. I'll eat real food because I'll be getting energy to get over that hump to start cooking again.
What do you get out of the test if he doesn't give you that? What does it do?
Oh, the recovery, the fat burning, the muscle building.
It's everything. Just you just don't feel the
Yeah,
feeling.
I don't get that.
I think
feeling.
the testosterone is mainly recovery. I think that's
It's
all
magic.
it is.
It's fucking magic.
That's what I think.
It's just recovery.
Oh, it's muscle building for sure.
But you are building because
You're
the next
recovering.
day it doesn't hurt. You're like,
Right.
oh yeah, big deal.
You can work out more.
Yo, my
Yeah.
brother, I was with him today, and he got a full physical, and he had the app on his phone of all his shit. And
Yeah.
he's showing me, he's like, the only thing I'm low in is vitamin D. And I'm like, all right,
I think
cool.
we're all low in
I was
that.
like, yo, what's your testosterone level? Take a guess. He's born
Yo,
72.
I already know Chris is high.
Take a guess what he was.
He's fucking high. You want me to guess?
I want you to guess.
like 900 or something.
Mike?
750.
When I got mine checked a couple of years ago, I got it 3 times checked. It was 400 and then like 280. And then, like,
Mine was
2 something.
1400.
So,
That's high, right?
yo,
I think that's high, right? I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know
Yeah.
numbers.
he's fucking 750 or 795.
Oh, I got it.
795. That's
I
what it was.
almost got
That's
it on my
almost
normal,
800.
right?
Dude, that's like a fucking 800 is.
Like a high normal.
I'm gonna say it's like a 20-year-old kid. Yeah.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, but he's got a
Yeah,
crazy.
but he smokes cigarettes though.
He smokes cigarettes and drinks Monster only.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got-
He
why.
drinks no water.
That's why.
No water at all.
Yo, he has a big cock too.
He has
his
a
whole life.
crazy
Dude, he's got a
metabolism.
fucking piece
He's
on
a
him,
fucking
bro.
hammer, dude.
Doesn't he have
I
a
got
crazy
nothing.
metabolism though?
Yeah, he's fucking
Can you imagine what his
150 pounds.
Imagine what his
45.
test was like when he was fucking 19.
Wow.
We didn't even know about that shit. Imagine when he was a fucking horse.
Remember that video he had?
Yeah, dude. All
Dude,
dick.
this guy had a dick.
All
No
dick.
joke. Right? Skinny as a rail.
Old dick.
Yo,
Old dick.
skinny as a rail.
Big shout out to
And he had a video of him banging his ex-girlfriend. And me and Billy, of course, we got our hands on it. We just watch it like as kids. And he stood up after banging her. All right? Now picture like a skinny dude standing up. And he had this fucking like this. It was just... And I was like, wow, could it be like that one day?
Bro, he was
This
like
shit never happened.
He was a foot away from her and still in her. You know?
Big shout out to Chris.
Big shout
I
out
love
to
you, bro.
Chris. Love him.
I missed that guy.
He wanted to come here tonight.
Yeah, I wish he would have.
And that one guy I rolled with, I know you guys would get along, but I'm always nervous that you won't. I know Billy would get along with him, but I always because Mike's a high like he's a
Mike's
fucking
mysterious.
Mike's mysterious. Now Mike's a fucking like a I don't even know how to explain it.
Well, look,
He's
you don't
a-
know if Mike don't
he's an
like you, but if you
aggressive
don't, I'll know.
He's an aggressive powerhouse, and the other guy would just be here and like maybe throw a couple jokes around, and Mike would be like,
Well, because
"What's so funny about that?"
you know, it is because what are my faults?
Yeah.
And then it's gonna get
Yeah.
weird. And this
Yeah.
guy's a fighter too, so I'm
Well,
like, I
one-
can't bring you. But he
one-
was like, "Can I call in?" He actually wanted to call in.
I wish I knew how to do that.
You just fucking do it. I'd have to hold it like this.
It would sound awful. but the fucking one of my faults
I know how,
is I don't know. I'm too honest. Like you know the old thing. Does this dress make me look fat? I'm the guy that says, yeah, don't wear that.
That's you.
You know?
Or just don't say anything at all
Yo.
forever.
I have to say
No,
something.
that's you. Like you'll go out and be like, yo, what's up with your friend? He doesn't say anything.
You know
No,
what?
he's just.
I'm a little bit faggy,
that
and
was-
I'm into astrology shit, and I'll tell you, you're a Gemini, and that's Geminis. You're the Gemini for real.
What is the
Yo,
Gemini?
ask any girl.
No, what
They
is,
know about it. They'll tell you.
what is the Gemini?
It's the twin.
No, what are you
twins.
saying that you said that's a Gemini?
Yo,
What-
literally, like you don't know what they think about you until they're acting out on you.
Oh, okay,
You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah, that's like a lot of that shit. Me not talking, or that's a lot of the shit that has to do with the things I got diagnosed with, the anxiety and all that shit. You know, the antisocial, fucking all that shit. It's all
You're saying it stems from like
it's all connected.
comes out of that.
It's all connected. You know, I got my fucking stepfather beat the shit out of me like I was an adult when I was a kid.
I hate that guy.
You know, that shit fucks with you.
Yeah.
You know, I had two fucking fathers. None of them were a father.
Yeah.
I haven't learned. I had a father and a stepfather. I didn't learn one thing from either one of them. How was that possible?
I don't know. It sounds terrible.
It was fucking
Fucking
awful.
horrible, man.
So it's
sorry.
like, you know, I think that's why I'm really serious about fatherhood.
Yeah.
You know something? We were talking about therapy and everything,
Yeah.
and self-diagnosing. Like I did a lot of fucked up shit and fucked up in a lot of bad ways. And someone that's close to me is a therapist, and they're like, I could see why you are the way you are. I'm like, what are you talking about? And like, this was some pretty bad stuff
Yeah.
I was doing, like bad, like in general. And like, well, I understand. I'm like, you don't think I'm an asshole? She's like, no, I understand. And then they broke it down to, well, you're always in flight or fight.
Yeah.
All right, you're always this. You're worried about either losing someone or never getting to know somebody or something like that. So you immediately you get comfortable and then you do something bad. Mm-hmm. And there was like so many things, and it
And
all
you were
came
like,
at
"That's
me.
true."
I was like, my first immediate thing is to be like, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that. No, I don't do that. Yo, everything's fucking true, bro. Everything's true. All that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I got more in the car. I brought two in. Two went quick.
Were you expecting? I'm the red. God damn it. Were you expecting the person to think you're an asshole?
Yeah. Absolutely. Because I think I'm an asshole. Like, I know I am. I
Why-
know I'm a
why?
fucking-
Yeah, you always think you're an asshole.
No,
you always say that, but I don't
always
think you're an
do bad
asshole.
things.
Yeah, but you
I'm
have
always thinking bad
you have a
things.
bunch of good people who love you in your life,
Yeah.
bro. Assholes don't have that.
Let me tell you. That I know. That I know that. But, Mike, my way of life, like, the way I think is like, I don't know, it's
How do you think?
dark, bro. It's not dark like I'm out to kill somebody, but it's dark like, oh man, not like, it's hard to explain. It's almost like I wanna double cross everybody all the time for my own fun, but I can't fucking do that.
Not even for like financial gain, just for fun.
You like mischief?
I like mischief. I want to cause all the trouble. And I used to be like that and get into lots of trouble, and fights and just arguments
Yeah.
with people, but just for like my own satisfaction. Not because I don't like you, but then I'll just blurt out some shit that you guys won't like me. Yeah, and this is just like in my head.
Yeah, you just like
You
you
know?
like
Not that I don't have a filter, but the filter's like really wide and fucking all the shit comes through.
I would say that doing shit just fucking people up just for your own amusement or causing mischief, as you said, for your own amusement,
Yeah.
that's definitely asshole behavior for sure.
Absolutely. And now let's go back to therapy. Oh, you probably do that because, you were hurt as a child or this or that. And
It
I'm
all
like,
ma-
well, there you go. That explains it.
It all makes sense.
That's the way you were brought up. You were always looking, or your father was doing something else and your mom was working and, you didn't have anybody when you got home from school. So you were always just worried about where your next meal was coming from. And you know what's weird is I'd go to Billy's house when we were growing up. He had full family, full
Yo,
refrigerator.
we did have the fridge though.
He had everything.
It was a full fridge in
Yo,
his house.
he had everything. Like the family, the mother, the father,
Yeah.
the love, the food, everything. And you know what I thought about recently? Because at my house we didn't have that. Like I said, my mom was working, my dad wasn't there, my brother was fucking doing whatever.
Your mom
he's
didn't
doing.
come home till like fucking 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of like made your own ways, and like Bill would get $20 on the weekend from
Yeah.
his mother.
Yup.
He'd buy a fucking dime bag of weed and have
Yup.
$10 for a 12-pack. I was like taking 6 Schaefers from the
Yeah.
refrigerator. That was my mom's 12-pack.
Bro, I'd be mad at Jay. I'd be like, bro, just ask your mom for $20, bro. What's the big deal? I'd be like,
No.
my mom can't give me $20.
I had to
dude.
steal $20. I had to steal $5 from her
That's such a rotten
pocketbook.
shit.
Yeah,
Like
no.
we just didn't have it. You just didn't. It wasn't there. Then you ready for this? I had like one kid in my car. It was like my daughter's friend, and we were taking her to get like pizza or something. Yo, I was the friend that always went with them, and I don't think my mom ever gave them money, even talked to them or anything.
Right.
I was just with their family for a solid 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Easily.
That's a
Right?
stretch.
Like they went to Montauk. I was just there with them.
Oh, you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, every day, like food, I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like I lived at your house too, though. I did live at Jay's house.
Yeah, but there was
So-
no, we did stuff that you're not supposed to do there.
Yeah, but I did eat all your food that you did have. I did.
Whatever.
I mean, I
what
did.
I'm saying is like we went to my house to smoke weed and fucking
Yeah, that's
do drugs.
true. Yeah.
That video you sent of you and your family, that made me so happy, man. I'm so happy you have that.
Oh, and I videoed in the house.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like I'm very envious of that. I mean,
What?
it's probably different from
Yeah.
your perspective, but just to have someone, like I have nobody.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is
I'm like envious, and it makes me happy that you have that.
Don't
take it for granted.
No, we had that conversation the other day. You know, you're like, no one's in my house. I feel like I'm alone all the time.
It was
I was
dark
like-
in here too.
And
bro.
sometimes I always say to myself, like, I really like solitude, but
No, you
I'm
don't.
never alone. I literally always have someone around me. Like it's I have my two kids live in the house. My mother and my father, my sister, my brother-in-law, my nephew, my niece, her boyfriend, who's he's in like the police academy or whatever. I don't know, dude. Like everyone lives in that fucking house. I don't know, how, dude.
Yeah.
The driveway and the parking situation.
Like Sam's hot
It
car
looks
lot.
crazy, dude. It's like, you know.
But
I
here's
wonder if your dad likes that or he doesn't like it.
I think
It must suck to deal with it, but knowing in the back of your head everybody's okay.
I'll just tell you this.
Yeah.
I think that my parents have constructed it that way. Because if you think about it, I sort of grew up that way because I grew up in a grandparents' house
Yes.
with multiple family members living in. So I grew up the way I'm living currently. And when I had my family and my wife and I was married and I was raising kids and they were young, it was just my own nuclear family. And that was actually the most depressing for not only my kids, but for me.
Why didn't you have your parents around? Did
You know
it
what?
come
Because
by?
Whitney was just a pain in the fucking bitch. So
fuck.
like there was no like hanging out. There was like
Your
no
parents didn't
fucking-
come by and like fucking.
No, she'd be like they could just leave that fucking food at the doorstep. She was
Ah,
she was a
it's
cunt.
fucked
Though.
up,
Yeah, like she played that shit.
That's a real.
She was one of those
compliment,
people that like never talked to her own parents for like fucking 10 years.
Well,
you
that's
know?
why she didn't want to talk to yours.
Right, like,
maybe
she
she
just-
wasn't a bitch. She just thought
Nah,
that's how it was.
Dude, trust me, she was.
I'm just trying to be fucking nice.
I know. You're trying to.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it is nice to be alone, just
Yeah.
to have no one around, just me. And then sometimes it's like,
Yeah, but you can only jerk off so much.
Yeah.
no, you could jerk off a lot more than.
I'm getting it.
But here's the thing. I was like, oh, okay, it's Sunday night's my night off. It's like I know you would be like, come over right now, Jay. But it's like he's got his family, he's doing his thing. Billy's out east,
I'm
he's
willing
got
to
his
fuck
family,
out there.
he's doing his thing. It's Sunday night, no one's around. There's nothing going on. Sometimes I go to Brooklyn to the movies. Like
Yo, that was dope.
Actually, you know what? I think Reanimator is playing tomorrow night. Actually, but so
Sounds like
sometimes it's okay to be by myself. But I'm starting to get to that point where it's like, wow, I'm totally fucking alone. Like no family. I mean, I got you guys, and
So-
I appreciate that. But you guys got your own families.
Is it safe to say you don't want? You're tired of being alone? Because I know the Mike Russo. The Mike Russo I know would be like, nah, fuck that. I want to be alone. I'm good. Tough guy Mike right away. Nah, fuck that. I don't need
Yeah,
anybody.
I turned the corner somewhere.
So now you're accepting. You're open hearted.
Now I'm like, if Lauren wanted to get married, I'd be like, okay, and I might even want to have
Dude,
another baby. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta tell you something, dude. I think that you would literally be married to her.
Mike.
Sorry, Mike. I literally think you would be literally married to her by now.
Well-
Like, pictures popped up on my phone of when we went to that show.
That was a great show.
All right, first there's two, but there's it's so funny because one time you picked me up. We went to the movies. You remember we went to the movies? It was what's the movie with the car? The car?
Christine.
Nah, dude. With fucking Burt Reynolds, man.
Oh, Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit. Mike made us go to Smokey and the Bandit.
Dude, that was the best time of
It
my
was
life.
so fucking cool.
Best time of my life.
But when we got out of Smokey and the Bandit, Mike, we went to that concert at a club.
Yeah, in Brooklyn.
With Dan Diablo.
Yep.
Right. Him and Lauren took me there. He picked her up.
That night?
And then we went there. Yup.
It was
That night?
No, it was Rad. It was the Rad night.
Oh, yes, he's right. It was the
You
Rad
guys went
night.
out without me?
No, it was the
you
Rad night.
couldn't come.
But you at Rad too.
Yeah, you couldn't come.
You at Rad too.
I asked everybody.
Was that rad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
until you went out after that?
Yeah. Mike
Really?
took me into Brooklyn, dude. Like,
Jay, I asked you if
Like-
anybody who wants to come. You couldn't come. You had
Was
to
it
go
a
home.
weekday?
I was drinking then too, so I was like,
Oh, you're down for
I was
whatever.
blackout drunk by this point. I don't even know how Mike. I don't even know how Mike put up with
You
me.
were
To be
probably like,
honest, dude.
fuck you, I'll go.
I was talking to
Open till
Dan
10.
Diablo at the bar. I'm like, oh, dude, where can I score some shit? Like, I was going nuts.
I think that was Dead Crew or Jerry X.
It's one of the reasons I'm currently not drinking these days. But
You know,
that was a good
I
time.
just want to...
I'm sorry.
tell my
Let me just
story.
get this
Go ahead.
real quick. I don't even believe in marriage. I think it's antiquated. I think it's stupid. But if she said to me, "I've always wanted to get married. It's my dream," then I would do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to let my fucking stupid belief interfere with her dream. And she's
Yes.
she's an amazing. We're not even together right now. Actually, I don't even know if you guys knew that.
No.
But she left a couple weeks ago. Well, I mean, she's figuring her shit out. She said she we might get back together. But like, if we got back together, she said she wanted to get married. I would do it.
no, I
Did
felt
you
like
tell
I
her
was
that?
your kid. That was the point of my story. I'm sorry. I felt like I was your kid. You guys seemed like a fucking like my parents.
Yeah,
That
let
night,
me tell
I
you
was
Maybe
something.
you just needed to be taken care of.
You know, like the 2 times they took me, they're like they took me to another time to the city. They bought me pizza. I'm just sitting in the back of the car, fucking.
Oh
They're
man,
like, yeah, we're gonna take you to the pizza place now, Billy. You know,
we
just having
remember
a great day.
that burger place we took
Yeah,
you to?
dude.
That place is so
I was
7th
like-
Street Burgers.
Yo, I was like a kid. It was just fantastic.
But like the reason why we have that chemistry because we're such a good fucking match. Like we could sit here by ourselves and do a bit like we're in fucking Seinfeld, and it's just us two
Yeah.
hanging out. So I mean, like I don't even know how we got started on this, but because the loneliness shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean I kind of turned the corner somewhere, you know.
So I got a question. If you were dating her full time, like you were, and everything was cool, and she said, I really want to get married, you'd be like, yeah, I'm not into that. But now that she's not here, do you want her more? Like
No.
everybody wants what they can't have, type shit.
No, it's not that situation.
Or it just happened to this just happened to fall in place as everything else falls in place.
And,
Your
so
heart opened up.
what happened in October, I went into like a really deep depression, like suicidal thoughts, like I wanted to destroy my life, and one of those things was her, so I broke up. And just like that, I ran out of storage. I used my iPad to record, and this is my first time doing it in the house, like live with people in the same fucking room. So there was gonna be some error. Unfortunately, it was that the show just ended, but we also did an hour, so it's not so bad. So thanks for watching, subscribing, and maybe we'll do a part 2 and we'll continue where we left off. All right, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Later.